Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a budget brew with red-white tokens from Foundations. There's a lot of cool new Foundations cards that work really well in a red-white tokens list. Most importantly, one of my old favorite cards, Heroic Reinforcements, is a 4-mana sorcery that you create 2 white soldier creature tokens, and until end of turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 and haste. So on its own, it sort of is 4 damage, 2/2/2 hastes. But then if you have a bunch of other tokens out, it boosts all of them by +1/+1 and gives them haste. If you, for example, play another creature that turn, you give everything haste. This is a really good finisher for token decks, and it is an uncommon, as well as Release the Dogs, which is 4 mana for 4 1/1 white dog creature tokens. So again, this is just a really nice go wide card. Pretty good rate, 4 mana for 4 1/1s. We also have the new Dragon Fodder, not new Dragon Fodder, but new to standard Dragon Fodder, which is basically Resolute Reinforcements. But we're going to have some redundancy here. 2 mana for 2 1/1s. Dragon Fodder, also 2 1/1s. Doesn't really matter what creature types they are in this deck anyways. The whole point of this deck is just to go as wide as we can and then pump up all our tokens with the Heroic Reinforcements and also with Imodane's Recruiter, which this card's pretty popular in standard and other decks, but and other kind of token strategies. But this one mostly playing for the creature type side of it. You can, for 5 mana, train troops and create 2 white creature tokens, but white knight creature tokens with vigilance. However, you're mostly using this for 3 mana to have a 2/2, gives all your other creatures +1/+0 and haste. So very kind of similar to Heroic Reinforcements, a little cheaper and just makes 1 creature. This makes 2. So definitely a powerful effects that we have that are in uncommon here, and as well as Hop to It, which is 3 mana for 3 rabbit creature tokens, and then Resolute Reinforcements, which is 1 mana again for 2 bodies basically. So this is pretty simple. The 1-drops here are the Monastery Swiftspear for 1 mana, haste and prowess, because you have a decent amount of non-creature spells. The Dragon Fodder, the Rouse Reinforcements, Heroic Reinforcements, Release the Dogs, and Hop to It will all sort of trigger this. So most of the time it's sort of just a 2/3 for 1 mana, which is pretty good with haste. And then also the Seasoned Warrenguard, which is a rabbit, 1 mana, 1/2. It says when it attacks while you control a token, it gets +2 power. So it can attack for 3 power on turn 2, which is pretty good with the Reinforcements, Dragon Fodder, or Rouse Reinforcements on turn 2. If you go turn 1, turn 2, any of these, it'll attack for 3. So that's pretty good. So pretty aggressive deck. We're just trying to go wide here. Only rares in the whole deck are just in the mana base. Even if you don't have these, you could just play basics or some other of the common dual lands that aren't quite as good, but the Battlefield Forge and the Inspiring Vantage, a lot of people already have some of these duels, so pretty straightforward. Mana base, only 8 rares here. The rest is all commons and uncommons. And I think the strategy is pretty decent actually in standard right now because there's so much just spot removal, go for the throat, cut down, people just playing 1 mana, trying to remove your guys. And if you're playing cards like Hop to It, Release the Dogs, Dragon Fodder, their cut downs are kind of like half a card basically. So, or their go for the throats are basically only going to get rid of like a third of your card or a quarter of your card. So that's a pretty good rate that you're kind of using against these kind of strategies. And so that's kind of the idea. We'll see if we can beat some people who are playing much more expensive decks in standard on the ladder. All right, budget tokens on the draw. This hand, I think I can do better than this. Find something a little, yeah, this seems better for sure. Start with this. So Spear into Reinforcements seems all right. We'll see what we're up against. Let's see what they got. Playing against this cat. What sleeves I got? Alright, we are on. Start with Swiftspear and attack. Okay, oh, that was a good draw. Alright, let's just start making all the tokens here. Getting a little more damage. Got some elementals. Going to bounce one of them. Okay. Take 2. So some mono blue. Mono blue. Not really sure. But we're just going to keep going wide with top to it. I feel like going wide is pretty good against mono blue decks. Typically, they're going to untap Fairy. Okay. So now they can untap this to... If they put all their mana in to this, they could untap it. But I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm just going to go release the dogs. Going super wide here, and hopefully we draw. Oh, okay, they got a curiosity. That's fine. Hopefully we draw heroic reinforcements or recruiter, something to make this board work here. Well, that was not it, but I think we're still gonna keep attacking. Got Swiftspear. I'm okay with the untap, yeah. The untap, they can't activate this sanctuary, so they can eat some of my guys, but they're gonna take 7? Take 6 here? They're gonna take 5. Okay. Well, they used a lot of bounce spells. And play this. And just pass. So they need something. I guess they could... Okay, there's a siren. Alright, so we just need to draw some sort of payoff here. We get to draw a card. Off the top here. Yep. Map token. Alright, there we go. Let's play the land in case they have some sort of counter spell that you have to pay 2 for. Alright. And this should do it, assuming... Alright. That's fine. Still think they can only block 2. Oh. Or sorry, 3. They can block 3, but then they'll take... Yeah, enough. Alright. Budget. Tokens got there. Alright, budget token deck on the draw. Sure, this hand looks fine. Looks keepable. Got a bunch of token makers and then a payoff here, so seems decent. Ooh, could have used that on turn 1. Okay. A little awkward, but I think we'll just keep up the this pass here. Keep up the reinforcements. And I might as well resolve this. Okay, so we're playing against this counter deck. This poison counter deck. And they have, like, removal, things that proliferate, things that make me sacrifice. Okay. Three, okay. So let's start by attacking. Let's see if we can get some damage in. Okay. We'll try this. Warrenguard. Okay. Up to 3. Now Dragon Fodder. Alright. So, let's see. This attacks for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage next turn. And not quite enough. Up to 4 poison. Okay, there's a Swifty. So let's do that. I don't know if they have any board sweepers in this type of deck. I'm just not gonna worry about it. And just kind of guarantee a lethal next turn. They could have... Okay, so I do have some removal. We're up to 5 poison. So this should definitely be lethal with the Recruiter next turn. Bit of a race here. But I think this, yeah, just going wide with tokens seems to be pretty good against a lot of strategies here. Let's see. As it is, 1, 2, this is 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I see. So they're gonna have to. I'm trying to play around as many things as I can. There's that counter spell. All right, let's try this. Start with the Dragon Fodder. Okay, they did counter. And then I have to counter this. No, alright. Well, this should definitely be lethal. Alright, nice. -10. Good game. On to the next one. Alright. Opponent goes first. His hand looks fine, I guess. I got the 1 drop, so I guess that's good. Don't need this many 1 drops. But okay, there is Resolute Reinforcements. So if I lead on the Warrenguard, I can play this attack for... Yeah, that seems maybe better. I can bounce this, I guess, if they have a bounce spell here. It says, whenever it attacks while you control a token. So you kind of have to do this 3 token. Pre-combat, I mean, moment of truth. Okay, so maybe they're playing like blue-white Oculus deck. Land in the graveyard. Alright, well, I'll get to swing for 3. Little, 1 mana, 3 power. Good stuff. Ooh. Hadijin, that's really good against us. And we've just drawn land, so that's unfortunate. There's a 1/4, so we do get to still attack with... I think I'm going to hold my tokens back, because they'll just eat them. Just swing there. Alright, this is going to be tough. Hadijin is very good against us. We need to get a Heroic Reinforcements off the top. That would be nice. Or... Recruiter. Oh, heyo. Okay, now we have to see if they have a block. If they have a counter spell. And hope they don't. They just have some sort of removal spell. This is good. If they have counterspell, not so good. I don't know if this deck plays that many counterspells. They may. Yep, there it is. Oh, wait, they didn't counter it? They're just drawing and discarding? Interesting, okay. That is a choice. Not the choice I would have made if I was them, but there's a choice. Alright, we swing. I must have like a probably a bounce spell here, maybe. Yeah, into the Floodmaw, okay. Alright, and they block a Swiftspear. Go down to 4. Okay. So we have lethal if they don't have anything here. That was a Kiora, okay. So, still have lethal. Just by going going wide here. Alright, nice. Got there. It's Oculus. Pretty good. Alright. Budget tokens on the play here. Swiftspear into fodder. That's pretty good. No white mana. We'll try it. It's got a good start. Hopefully we draw the white mana. You know, I think there's 16 white sources in this deck, so good chance we will draw one, but also a chance we don't. But I figured we had some decent plays for the next couple turns. That this could be just fast start. That's worth keeping, but we'll see. White source off the top would be perfect. Okay, opponent gets a swamp here. That was not what we wanted, fortunately. But do get to swing for a good amount. It's a lot of heroic reinforcements. So our draws have not been what we want them to be. Yeah, still have not been what we want them to be. And just hope they don't have sweeper here. Yep, there it is. Well, at least it's a card we can play. But yeah, not looking great. They're down to 6. Got black there. Okay, and Day of Judgment that. Okay, okay. All right. Well, hold up the reinforcements and then try to get them with a recruiter next turn. That's the play. Day of Judgment on a Swiftspear is nice. A lot of haste in this deck too, which is nice against. Okay. Liliana, am I gonna make a zombie?
I do hope you make this battle exciting.
So that means,
Time to
let's
wake
see.
up and smell
We'll get in
decay.
for 4 damage. Same with this. Okay. So we'll go reinforcements here. Oh, tap land. Okay. So this is at 7 loyalty. Sacrifices 2 creatures. So I might be playing this. I can block 1. I think we'll just get them to 1 life here. I think that's the play. Or sorry, 2 life. Not 1 life. 2 life, they will draw a card. Play the land. They can make me sacrifice both of this with this minus, and then they don't have anything. This can get them, but we'll see. Because this makes 2/2/2 hasters. Sunfall. Okay. So they might make another token. In that case, yeah. In that case, this is still not great. Well, do we try to go wide here? If we play this, then they will have to activate this and this and block. If we just go Resolute Reinforcements, then they can do this to create or make me sacrifice both, or just make another zombie. I think this is fine. Go face here. Make them... Yep. Do that. Block and block. Not sure if we're going to be able to get across the finish line here. They're just going to draw so many cards here.
My packs give me strength.
Might just be... Get them to 2. Oh no, that's really good against us. That is really good. A lot of sweepers. That's exactly what this deck doesn't want to see. So I'll play like, well, this makes it all of them come into play. Untap 2. Don't think I can really beat this card. Play a couple more turns. Oh, this gets ultimate. Goes ultimate. Yeah, alright. I think we'll just give this one up. GG. Alright, red-white tokens budget on the draw, unfortunately, but I'll keep it. Pretty decent hand here. Swiftspear into Dragon Fodder, potentially. Nice. Go Swifty. Alright, going to crack the fetch. So blue, white, black, okay. Yeah, let's go Dragon Fodder just to get the prowess trigger here. Getting a little more damage. Nice to hit another land here. Urza's Silex. What does this do? 4 mana, exile. Each player chooses 6 lands they control. Destroy all their permanents. Activate only as a sorcery. Let's put it into the exile. You can pay 2. If you do, search the library for a planeswalker, reveal and put it in your hand. Each player, okay, that's pretty good. You can only do it as a sorcery, okay. So that will sweep my board, is what they're telling me. So I think what I'm going to do is just play... Do I play the Swiftspear? I could play this and get in for a bunch of damage, but I think I just want to do... Do I play the Swiftspear or do I not play the Swiftspear? We'll get in for 1. I think I just hold it. I'm just going to get in for damage and hold up reinforcements here. This is... It is double white, though, actually. To activate. Didn't think about that. Didn't think about that. This card does not see much play. It's a bit slow, 7 mana total to wrath the board, but it does take care of like everything. And it is kind of interesting. I totally forgot this card like even existed. There's so many cards at standard now. Yet they don't have the double white, so I think I was safe to play the Swiftspear. I was thinking if they were just going to wrath the board. Anyways, it probably isn't worth it just to get it damage. That's alright. We'll see if we can still, you know, have a good shot at this. I mean, if I go reinforcements, end of turn, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then each of those, so that would be like 10, 13, almost be lethal if I do Recruiter. Would have been lethal if I had played the Swiftspear. But anyways, opponent is roping. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll just do this end of turn. And then quickly before we realize what's going on, play the Recruiter. It's not lethal though. This is 10, 13. Okay, they have a counterspell for it anyways. Alright, there's the Fatal Passage. And now Silex, yeah. Sweep the board. Do we just go hop to it? Do we do Swiftspear plus reinforcements? Do we do Warrenguard plus reinforcements? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. No more lies. Pretty good. Hmm. 88 cards in the library. No Yorion. Just kidding. Can't play that in many formats anymore, can you? Can't play many companions at all in formats. That mechanic was a little too good. There are some companions you can still play. That Singleton one, that one's pretty fun. I think you can make a decent deck actually in older formats. With was it Lutri? You could still play a good Lutri deck. But you'll see if they end up banning any more companions over the years. But so far, not looking so good for that card design choice. Alright, end of turn, reinforcements here. Land. Alright, let's just go for it with heroic reinforcements, because I think this is, yeah, this should be lethal. I'm just going to go for it here. See if they have counterspell. Yep, they do. They've countered all my payoffs for this open strategy. But we still get to get in for a good chunk of damage. And see what they got. White Sun Zenith, nice. I gain a bunch of life off of that. Alright, well we got Swiftspear into hop to it. And it can swing for 2. So it's not over, but it's a lot of doing. I could block 1. Is that worth it? Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I could. No, I'm just gonna not block. It would sort of like give me another turn, but I'm not really sure if I want I need this token. If we draw like a recruiter up the top. Let's see, maybe they have another White Sun's Twilight? Yep, looks like something. Something big. Okay, draw a bunch of cards, sure. Alright, well, there's Resolute Reinforcements. And swing. Takes out Swiftspear. And now, if they have 2 removal, we just die. If they don't... I'm gonna block one of them. And maybe we still have a chance. Go to 9. We need Swiftspear, one of our hasty things off the top. Ooh, alright, well, you're saying there's a chance. Could it be? Let's see what they got, 5 cards. That gives me the nice, oh, resolves, okay. That's a good sign. So, ability on the stack. Any 2 of them, wow, okay. Well, wasn't sure if I was going to win that one, but got there. GG. Alright, welcome back to the wrap-up for the red-white budget tokens deck. This deck was pretty sweet, pretty powerful just for a budget deck. Only a couple of rare lands here, so 8 total rares, but the rest all commons and uncommons. Won a bunch of games with this deck. You know, just an aggressive deck that goes wide, and I do think that strategy is pretty good right now in Standard because a lot of people are just playing 1-for-1 spot removal, and this deck just really works well against that kind of strategy if that's what they're trying to do. So would certainly recommend trying it out on the ladder. I think you can get some good wins with it, maybe rank up a little bit if you don't have a ton of wild cards. I think this could be a good choice. But if you do have some more rares too, some other cards you could consider, I think maybe playing like 1 or 2 Mirrex would be nice for the mana base. Can kind of fix your mana, but also it's good to kind of have a token producer in the mana base, which is kind of cool. So I'd play maybe 1 Mirrex, 1 or 2 Mirrex. Sanguine Evangelist is a good option. Toby also works really well with a bunch of creature token strategies. War Leader's Call, maybe. I'm not really sure how good this is anymore, but it's an option. And then I think the Virtue Loyalty would be a pretty good one on turn 2, but also later in the game you can just make it as a sort of an anthem effect for all your creatures. So those are some options if you wanted to kind of play with the numbers and tweak the deck a little bit, add some other rares if you have them. But I know as it is, I think without any of the rares, I think the deck's pretty decent on its own. So you could also add some removal spells if you wanted to, but that kind of, again, muddles down the deck a little bit for really trying to go wide. So that is some ideas for some rares you could add. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Any other cards that you'd want to add into the deck. Any other strategies or combos that you're enjoying right now with Foundation Standard. Love to hear about it. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.